দর্শক আমন্ত্রণ জানাচ্ছি জানতে চাই শুনতে চাইয়ের আজকের আয়োজনে। আজ আমরা কথা বলবো ভিসা নিয়ে। বৈধভাবে যে কোনো দেশে যাওয়ার একমাত্র উপায় হচ্ছে এই ভিসা। ঘুরতে যান কিংবা বেড়াতে যান, ঢাকা থেকে যেসব দূতাবাসে সাধারণত বাংলাদেশিরা আবেদন করে থাকে ভিসার জন্য, সেসব দূতাবাসে ভিসা আবেদন করতে গিয়ে নানান ধরনের বেগ পেতে হয়, নানান অভিজ্ঞতা আছে। যুক্তরাষ্ট্র ঢাকা দূতাবাস তাদের মধ্যে অন্যতম, যেখানে বাংলাদেশিরা অনেকেই অ্যাপ্লাই করে থাকে বিভিন্ন ধরনের ভিসার জন্য। আর সেই বিষয়ে আজকে আমাদের স্টুডিওতে কথা বলতে উপস্থিত হয়েছে অতিথি হিসাবে ঢাকার যুক্তরাষ্ট্র দূতাবাসের এলিজাবেথ গোরলে, কনসুল জেনারেল। ওয়েলকাম টু দ্য শো। এবং আছে একজন কনসুল অফিসার।
Thank you.
Would like to know for how long US Embassy Dhaka is being providing visa, and how many types of visa you've been providing to the Bangladeshi people?
How long? For Bangladesh, that would be since April of 1972. But for Dhaka, that would be 1949, because we had a consulate general here before we had an embassy. So we've been issuing visas for a long time. We have 78 different categories of visa. Most of those are issued at our embassy in Bangladesh.
Right. And is all the visa fee are same, or it's a different?
The fees are different depending on the visas. The visas that we see most are the B1, B2s, and that's $160 for processing.
ওকে। এবং আপনি বোধহয় যারা আবেদন করে থাকে তাদের সাথে মাঝে মাঝে বাংলায় কথা বলে থাকেন তাদের সুবিধার জন্য।
অবশ্যই আমরা বাংলা শিখেছি আমেরিকা থেকে, ওখান থেকে আমরা শিখেছি। আমরা 7 মাস ধরে প্রতিদিন, মানে 7 ঘন্টা ধরে আমরা শিখেছি, এবং আমরা সবসময় সাক্ষাৎকারের জন্য বাংলা বলবো।
Elizabeth, why the visa officer in would are taking interview of these applicants? You feel that learning Bangla is important to them. Why?
We want to reach as many of the Bangladeshi people as we can. We want them to be able to apply for a visa without having an interpreter. We want the same way we want them to be able to fill out a form by themselves without going through anybody else. People need to take charge of their application.
Okay, that's very important to know. এই পর্যায়ে আমরা ভিসা নিয়ে বিভিন্ন মানুষের বিভিন্ন রকমের মতামত শুনবো এই স্ক্রিনে।
ফেব্রুয়ারি থেকে অ্যাপ্লাই করি। ইন্টারন্যাশনাল সেন্টার ফর জার্নালিস্ট নামে একটা অ্যাসোসিয়েশন, ওদের ওয়াশিংটন ডিসিতে তাদের একটা ফেলোশিপে, সেটা 1 মাসের একটা ফেলোশিপ ছিল। ওদের রিজাপোরা যে কমিউনিটি আছে সেই কমিউনিটির উপর কাজ করতে হবে, আমাদের একটা রিপোর্ট বানানোর কথা। প্রথমবার যখন আমি এম্বাসি ফেস করি তখন আমাকে এম্বাসির ভিসা অফিসার জানালেন যে তারা এই ধরনের কোনো ফেলোশিপের ব্যাপারে আসলে জানেন না, তো উইচ ওয়াজ ভেরি এম্বারেসিং। তো তখন আমি ফেলোশিপের যারা আমাকে ফেলোশিপটি দিয়েছেন তাদেরকে আমি যোগাযোগ করি তাদের সাথে, এবং তারা আমাদেরকে জানান যে আনফর্চুনেটলি তারা আসলে জানাতে পারেননি ওই সময়ের ভিতরে। তো পরবর্তীতে তারা আমাকে একটি ফিরতি মেলে জানিয়ে দেন যে আপনি আবারও অ্যাপ্লাই করুন, এবং এই পর্যায়ে কিন্তু আমরা স্টেট ডিপার্টমেন্ট যেহেতু এটির ফান্ডিং করবে, আমরা স্টেট ডিপার্টমেন্টের থ্রুতেই এম্বাসিকে জানাই। সেকেন্ড টাইম যখন আমি আবারও দাঁড়াই ভিসার জন্য, কিন্তু তখনও তারা রিফিউজ করেন, এবং তখন তাদেরকে কারণ জানবার চেষ্টা করলে কিন্তু তারা আমাকে সেই ধরনের কোনো কারণই জানাননি, এবং আমাকে বলেছেন যে আসলে আমরা দিতে পারছি না, আমরা সরি। তো আমার 2টা ব্যাপার তাদের কাছে চাওয়া থাকবে ভিসা সেন্টারগুলোতে যারা ভিসা দেন, সেটা হচ্ছে যে আমাদেরকে অন্তত কারণটা জানানো হোক যে আমাদের কি ল্যাকিংসের কারণে আমরা আসলে ভিসাটা পেলাম না, যাতে আমরা পরবর্তীতে যখন অ্যাপ্লাই করব আমরা সেই ব্যাপারগুলোকে শুধরে নিতে পারি।
So, as you are listening to this man, he said he applied for visa 3 different times at the same year, and he's been denied. So, he wants to know that why, and why is that happening, as well what could be the real procedure to have get the visa.
Well, first of all, Hasib, we do not comment on individual cases. That gentleman, I do not know him. I don't know his name, and I don't have his record in front of me.
Okay.
But if I did, I would be unable to comment. But in general, every applicant, by law, by U.S. law, must demonstrate that they will not misuse their visa, that they will not take a visa for a short period of time and then move permanently to the United States. Our law says that every officer has to look at every applicant, like that is what he's going to do. That is the number one reason the most number of people who are refused visas are refused. As I said, this gentleman had specific programs. There may be other reasons why he was refused. I'm terribly sorry that he found it embarrassing. I did understand that much. We're not trying to embarrass anybody. We want to make sure our applicants are well informed before they come in so that they know what to expect and so that they will not be embarrassed.
Right. So we'll look into another case study.
বাড়ি আবেদন করেছিলাম 2012 অক্টোবরে এবং আমার অভিজ্ঞতা খুবই ভালো। আমি আবেদন করলাম, তার কয়েকদিন পরেই ওরা আমাকে সাজেস্ট করলো অনলাইন চেক করার জন্য। অনলাইন চেক করে দেখলাম যে আমার ভিসা হয়ে গেছে। আমি ভিসার পাসপোর্ট নিয়ে এলাম। মানে আমার অভিজ্ঞতা খুবই পজিটিভ। মানে আমার কোনো হয়রানির শিকার হতে হয়নি বা ওই যে লেন্দি প্রসেস ওর মধ্য দিয়ে যেতে হয়নি আসলে।
তারা আমাকে ভিসা দেয়নি, কিন্তু তারা কোনো ব্যাখ্যাও দেয় না যে আসলে কেন ভিসাটা দেওয়া হয়নি।
তো আমরা দুটো কেস স্টাডি দেখেছি। প্রথম কেস স্টাডিতে আমরা দেখলাম যে একজন উনি অ্যাপ্লাই করেছে এবং সহজে ভিসা পেয়ে গেছে। তো এইরকম নিশ্চয়ই আপনি অনেকের সাথে অনেকে হয়তো সহজে পেয়ে থাকে, এটা কেন?
আমি খুব খুশি যে দ্বিতীয়ত খুবই ভালো অভিজ্ঞতা পেয়েছে আমাদের দূতাবাস থেকে, এবং আমি আশা করি যে তৃতীয়ত একটা ভালো অভিজ্ঞতা হবে ভবিষ্যতে। আমি মনে করি যে এই রকমের ভিসার জন্য মানে আমাদের প্রশিক্ষণ অনুসারে আমাদের আইনও বুঝতে পারে, মানে আমাদের অভিবাসন আইন অনুসারে এটা আমাদের পার্সোনাল চয়েস না আসলে, মানে আমাদের আইন অনুসারে এগুলো বাস্তবায়ন করব আমরা।
Achha. And on the third case, again kind of same complaint that the visa officer did not explain. And we also have complaints from different people that visa officer did not explain why he or she did not get the visa. Is there any scope or is there any kind of time limit for visa officer to face each and every applicant while they are applying for US visa?
Well, yes, there is, because we schedule a very large number of people, and we're sure that they want to leave before the end of the day. They don't want to be there at 9 o'clock at night. So the officers are really not allowed to have long conversations. Most cases are resolved in well under 3 minutes. A lot of people are surprised that they don't get a full 15 minutes with the officer. But if you looked at our numbers, you'd realize that's not realistic. Basically, many people do complain that they don't know why they were refused, but everybody who is refused under the section of law saying they have not shown why they would return to their home country is given a pamphlet explaining that in Bangla. And so
Yes,
they have it.
I get it.
They have it in writing.
That's interesting. We'll take a short break and we'll come after the.
Certainly.
আমরা আলোচনা করছিলাম যুক্তরাষ্ট্রে ভিসা আবেদনের ক্ষেত্রে নানান ধরনের সমস্যা এবং সমাধান উপায় নিয়ে। ফিরছি একটি বিরতির পর। জানতে চাই শুনতে চাইতে আরো একবার স্বাগত। কথা বলছিলাম যুক্তরাষ্ট্রে ভিসা আবেদনের বিভিন্ন সমস্যা, পদ্ধতি এবং কিভাবে আবেদন করলে সহজ উপায়ে ভিসা পাওয়া যেতে পারে। Coming back to the show, there is a belief between the visa applicants when they face Bangladeshi visa officer, people who speaks Bangla, they don't get the visa. Is this belief is true or just a myth or it's completely wrong?
Totally wrong. All of our officers, interviewing officers, speak Bangla. I'm not an interviewing officer, but the interviewing officers speak Bangla so that they are in a best position to talk to the people in a way that the people are not that they're not under stress. And we still issue many visas. And they're issued by somebody, and somebody who speaks Bangla. So yes, it's a myth.
Okay.
We also have rumors that we refuse all students. Not true. We
Okay.
have many students studying very well in the United States. That we refuse 99% not true, and it's not about the numbers. We are able to issue to every qualified temporary visitor because there's no quota, there's no maximum. So if the people who walk in for an interview are all qualified, we can issue them all.
Okay, so it's about the qualification, it's about facing the visa officer, is it that?
Qualification, Habib.
Okay. And do you have any particular visa qualification procedure for particular visas? Say, for example, if I apply for B1, B2 visa, I need this and that. So, is it also on the website as well in Bangla and English?
Yes, it's very well advertised. Certain visas have certain qualifications, like student visas are very specific. Many Bangladeshi student visa applicants don't realize that they have to show that they are well prepared to do a course of study in the United States.
Okay.
Some of them have been coached not by schools, not by teachers who have been in America, but by agents or brokers saying, this paper and that paper will get you the visa. That is not true. That won't happen. You have to be a bona fide student and really well prepared. There are other categories of visas that have very specific qualifications as well. As I said, there are 78 different categories of visas. We can't go through all 78. But still, yes. But most of our applicants are for the B1, B2 visa. And for that, the primary qualification is to show that you have really strong ties to return to Bangladesh. And by strong ties, I mean a really good job that you will not willingly walk away from.
Right. সো আমরা কথা বলছিলাম যে কেন কি কারণে ভিসাগুলো আসলে বাতিল হয়ে যায় কিংবা অ্যাপ্লিকেন্টরা ভিসা পান না। তো অনেকে হয়তো অ্যাপ্লাই করে থাকে যারা ফ্রেশ পাসপোর্ট নিয়ে যায়, একদম নতুন পাসপোর্ট, ব্র্যান্ড নিউ পাসপোর্ট, তারা কি ভিসা পেয়ে থাকেন?
This is a very interesting question, I think.
Yes.
So we ask and encourage all of our applicants to come with not just their new passport, which may not be filled with stamps of their travel history, but also their old passports as well, so that we can check to see where they've traveled previously. We look for a history of international travel. That is something that we do look for. So we encourage our applicants to come with all relevant documents, not just their passports, but any other relevant travel documents that the officer might want to take a look at during the course of the interview.
Say, for example, I didn't apply, I didn't go into any country. Can I apply and can I get a visa?
And we look at a variety of factors when we make our decisions. We don't rely solely on travel history. We consider, as the Consul General said, we consider professional ties. We consider the ability to return to the home country and the ability and the desire to return to the home country.
We see a lot of people going to USA for, say, for example, 20 years back or 10 years back or from now, and they don't come back with different kind of visa. These people creating crisis for other people?
We have a very free country in America.
Okay.
And so if somebody goes to America and says, I'm not going to go back to my home country, then they have a right to go through legal process. Sometimes it takes a long time, sometimes the answer is no, but back in their home country, maybe Bangladesh, maybe another country, it makes all of the interviewing officers a little more cautious when somebody tells them a similar story about why they want to go to Disneyland or why they want to go visit their brother-in-law. It just makes everybody more cautious.
Right. And opposite of this scenario, we also know a lot of people going with high-skilled immigrant visa.
Yes.
Is it encouraging, or if I apply for a high-skilled immigrant visa, is there any particular qualification do I need, or what is that going to be?
We don't make that determination.
Okay.
USCIS in the United States is in charge of determining what their skills are and what is required in conjunction with the U.S. Department of Labor.
Okay.
We only get the case once everybody else has signed off on it.
Is it kind of long process or
Yes, it's fairly long.
how long that can be?
Probably several months, maybe more than 1 year.
And what kind of people you encourage, kind of say doctors, say engineers, say civil
Anyone with
engineers?
highly technical expertise in relevant fields, as well as those who have advanced degrees. Those are some of the qualifications that our departments in the United States consider. USIS as well as the Department of Labor.
When we talk about these high-skilled immigrant visas, you see a lot of agencies in Dhaka, they say we can do anything for you. How true or false is that?
Probably very false.
Okay.
Most of the agencies that work on these things are not working for the applicants, they're working for themselves. I'm very sorry to say. But I think the Bangladesh public needs to know to be very, very skeptical of these people.
Have you faced anyone who comes by such agencies and says become failure to get a visa?
In the last several years, especially under the leadership of our Consul General, we've undertaken significant outreach efforts, especially to our applicant pool, so that they understand the need to complete paperwork truthfully and honestly. When the applicants come into the embassy for immigrant visas, they take an oath under our immigration law that says they're going to provide truthful and honest information to the interviewing consular officer. And so for us, it's very important that we receive truthful information and that our applicants avoid all forms of lies and also avoid using brokers or agents who they've often spent thousands of dollars to. We encourage them to complete the paperwork themselves and to provide information that's completely honest and factual.
So if I fill up my application from by myself, so that is the best thing I'm doing for my visa, because I know what I'm filling and that should be true.
Absolutely. Nobody knows you better than yourself, right?
Right. We'll be back after the break. দর্শক, কথা বলছিলাম যে কোনো এজেন্ট যুক্তরাষ্ট্রের ভিসা আবেদনের জন্য সহযোগিতা নিতে আসলে চাবেন কিনা যখন আপনি নিজের সম্পর্কে নিজেই সবচেয়ে বেশি জানেন। ফিরছি একটি বিরতির পর। দর্শক, কথা বলছিলাম ভিসা পাওয়ার নির্ভুল পদ্ধতি নিয়ে, বিশেষ করে যারা বলে থাকে যে আপনাকে যুক্তরাষ্ট্রের ভিসা দিতে তারা সহযোগিতা করবে কিংবা আপনার হয়ে তারা আবেদন করতে পারে, সেই বিষয়গুলো এবং সেগুলো আসলে কতটুকু সত্য, কতটুকু মিথ্যা, কতটুকু বানোয়াট হতে পারে, এই বিষয়ে আমরা কথা বলছিলাম। Now we will talk about more about the Facebook visa chat that you do on Thursday, if I'm not wrong, and 3:30 to 4:30.
Haseeb, that's absolutely correct, on the U.S. Embassy's Facebook page, which is the biggest Facebook page of every U.S. embassy in the entire world. Thank you, Bangladesh.
Is that so?
Oh, yes, we have over 3 million fans.
Wow, that's good to know.
The largest in the world.
The largest in the world. And every Thursday afternoon at 3:30, I spend 1 hour answering visa questions on the visa chat. People ask questions about their tourist visa, about why tourist visas or student visas might be denied, and they also ask questions about their immigrant visas. All visas, all topics are fair game.
You do that in English. Is there any
In English.
plan to do that in Bangla as well?
Not at this time.
But you have a plan to do so?
Not at this time.
But do you feel that some people, if you go for this kind of visa chat in Bangla as well, with help of somebody, can also help applicants?
That's a really good idea. We'll talk to them about it.
Right. So can you also tell us about any kind of visa campaign in your view?
Definitely. In the last several years, like I was mentioning earlier, we've been working hard on an anti-fraud campaign. We want to make sure that our applicants know that NACO, Kagoj Potro are just not going to be acceptable. We want to make sure that our applicants understand they really have to provide us with true information because In all honesty, telling the truth is the best way to be successful in this process. Providing the information that is going to assist them in obtaining their immigration visa, this is very important. We want them to be honest and truthful.
And how long the campaign is going on?
It's been the last several years.
And last several years, any particular months, any particular place, or like in the whole Bangladesh?
We've used social media in many ways to reach out to our applicant pool. The video's been, we have a video
Okay.
that will very soon be published, and it's also been translated into Bangla. And we hope in many ways that will reach a lot of our applicants, like you were saying, you know, so that they can also understand the video, because there's no better way than to reach someone than in their Matri Bhasha.
Yeah, that's really good idea. Elizabeth, you've been to this business for the last 30 years. You've been to different countries. And if I'm not wrong, then Bangladesh is you're here in second time as well. So which year you came first?
I was here from 2004 to 2008, and then I left here, went to France, went to Mexico, and came back in 2014.
Okay. So any change you see in the visa applicants, visa applications?
No,
I mean, are the people learning to apply properly?
I think they are. I think they are.
Can you explain?
We're getting better qualified applicants. We're getting fewer people who seem to have been pushed into our door by a broker.
Okay.
It's difficult. We're fighting a battle against people who are taking money from honest Bangladeshis, and I've lived in many places. I've never seen people more just intuitively honest than the Bangladeshi people. And these brokers are pushing them in the door with false documents. That's just wrong. We're making headway on stopping that.
Right. So there is also belief by the people they don't get visa on time. Say, for example, if I want to go January, I apply on December, and sometimes I get visa after March or after February. And there is a belief that if I have Muhammad with my name, I don't get visa because Muhammad is kind of, that really is true or like completely false? Or
It's completely false.
Why?
We basically have had 2 applicants with the same name apply one day apart. One of them needed more processing, and the other went away with his visa in 3 days.
Muhammad is a fact?
Muhammad, we issue a lot of Muhammads in 3 days. Many of them, most of them.
And of course, this is why we always encourage our applicants to prepare well in advance of their travel date, to apply at least a month in advance, I mean, if they can, and to make sure that they give us enough time to do the processing that we need to do.
So how do you see ideal candidate?
The ideal candidate is somebody who has a very good job. They've got their dream job that they're not going to walk away from. And that is the ideal candidate, plus his family, his wife, his children, sometimes his parents, people that we know are doing well, people we know are not going to misuse the visa. That's all we ask. Don't misuse your visa.
And what do you mean by misuse?
Primarily overstay.
Okay.
A lot of people will overstay. Many people will put down on their application, I'm going for 2 weeks, and then they stay for 6 months. Their job can't really be that good a job if they can be gone from it for 6 months.
But what if I got the visa of 5 years and I say I'll go for 2 weeks and I stay more than 3 months because I have 5 years visa? What's wrong with that? Is that overstay or is that within the system?
It's circumstance by circumstance.
Okay.
Really, it's a total picture of the person's total life. We give you 5-year visa so that you can come and go whenever you have a business reason or a family reason, vacation reason to travel. But we don't expect you to be living in the United States.
Continuously 5 years.
Yes, that's a problem.
Yes. And do you share such things on Facebook chat on each evening?
Yes. Yes, we will tell people, you know, you can't overstay, you can't live in the States. You say you took your 2-week vacation and turned it into 3 months. Were you in a hotel for 3 months? Were you renting an apartment? What were you doing for money? That opens up a lot of extra questions.
Now, people also believe that if they come with a big reference to get the visa, they get visa. Say, for example, they come with a, is that true?
No. No, Hasib, it's not true. The big referral, the big reference goes to the more senior people in the embassy who will forward it to me, and it stops there. And the applicant is at the window, and the officers don't know about the big referral. So they've really wasted their time.
And for example, for a family visa, if the family earns not that much but good amount of money, will they get visa? Because there are a lot of families, they want to go US, they want to visit Disneyland or place like that. So what would be your suggestion for those families to you?
Basically, if you want to travel to the United States as a bona fide tourist, then normally you would have enough money to pay for the vacation
Okay.
without ruining your children's college money, their education.
Okay.
If you can't go to the United States on vacation without wrecking your retirement or selling your house, then you can't really afford to go.
Even then, a lot of people are going to United States, staying there, they want to stay. Why is that? Is it because of the American dream? Or?
Yes.
It's alive and well.
Bangladeshis think that the American dream is very, very big. For us, we see it as just another destination. We're not the only game in town. And if people want to go for tourist travel, then bona fide tourists want to hit all the countries that are interesting and not just one.
What do you think?
I mean, we approve both non-immigrant visas and immigrant visas at our embassy. So every day, I mean, we see hundreds of Bangladeshis who become U.S. green card holders. And this is in many ways the continuation of the American dream. Our country is based on a significant amount of diversity. And so every day we're part of that process in terms of enriching the population. I mean, we're bringing Bangladeshis, thousands of Bangladeshis to the U.S. every year for immigration.
What would be your last message to the people who will see the show and then maybe they feel a bit of conscious after the show?
Please continue to do the good work that you're doing in filling out your paperwork honestly and truthfully, and come to the interview prepared to talk honestly about your experiences.
And your message?
And I would urge everyone to read our website. It's all in our website, exactly what the process is, exactly what the qualifications are, exactly what the rules are, and because we don't like disappointing people.
Thank you for coming to the show and answering a lot of questions to the mass people who may get some help with this show as well. দর্শক, কথা বলছিলাম যুক্তরাষ্ট্রে কিভাবে নির্ভুল, সঠিক, সত্য উপায়ে ভিসার আবেদন করে ভিসা পাওয়া যেতে পারে, এবং তারা বলছিলেন আপনারা নিজেরা যদি এই আবেদন ফর্মটি পূরণ করেন এবং সঠিকভাবে পূরণ করেন, সঠিক তথ্য দিয়ে পূরণ করেন, তবেই পেতে পারেন আপনার সেই কাঙ্ক্ষিত ভিসা। এবং সবচেয়ে বড় বিষয় যেটি, সেটি হচ্ছে সত্য বলা, সঠিক বলা। দেখতে থাকুন চ্যানেল 24, দেখা হবে আগামী পর্বে।